So starting the test drive in this G63, I do have quite a bit going on here. I have these 24-inch wheels here, which is making this not the best to ride. And with this kind of mileage, there could be some suspensions parts that have started to go out. And then I also have a check engine light here as well. So we're gonna see kind of what happens here. But it still sounds extremely strong. But the 5.5 liter twin turbo V8, again, it sounds strong. It definitely has a power. I mean, with 563 horsepower, 561 pound-feet of torque, it's certainly not a slouch, even pushing this heavy vehicle. But again, with a handcrafted engine like that, and with this being a 15 Mercedes, you're gonna have some issues, specifically with these 24-inch wheels. Who knows what all this has been through. Now, I just scared myself. I'm in stop and go traffic right now, and I'm in eco mode, and the engine just all of a sudden cut off, and I thought that I was about to be stuck here. But apparently we have auto stop with this 2015 G63. So I just find that impressive, because a lot of manufacturers try to keep auto stop away from these bigger engines, performance vehicles, because people complain about them. But we see that here specifically again in this eco mode on this G63. But I'm going to cut the eco mode off, and I'm going to put it into the sport mode, get it out of comfort. And yeah, it just starts acting wild. Now this does have the Distronic Plus adaptive cruise, so that's one thing I forgot to mention. It was kind of out of sight, out of mind, but we can toggle that on or off by pushing it back, and it's down here, and then we can adjust the gap for that there and actually set it by using the knob up or down there. So we're definitely going to punch it getting on the interstate here. So definitely not at its best. Very harsh shift right there. So I'm just gonna put in the manual mode and take over. Oh, that's strong right there. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, great power curve there. I mean, again, 563 horsepower. Whew! That is fantastic. And now we have the adaptive cruise on now, so it's holding that speed for me. And a pretty decent ride coming down the interstate here, even with these 24-inch wheels. And I'm gonna take it down an exit that I don't usually go to, and I'm gonna put in a comfort mode just to see how well this does, again, with this adaptive cruise on here, and we're gonna dial the gap back a little bit. I can't really see. Okay, so that's giving me the closest. I'd like to see a kind of a distance meter here, and just how the overall seating is set up and how the steering wheel won't go any higher. I'm kind of in a blind spot. I don't know what drive mode I'm in or anything, so that's kind of annoying. And I'm actually in the wrong lane. I need to get back over here. So yeah, now even though I have it set at whatever, it's keeping me below the speed limit to keep that safe distance between myself and this vehicle in front of me. But yeah, again, on these 24s, I still feel like I'm in pretty good shape in terms of the ride. And the only thing that really bothers me about these wheels is where they are heavy their aftermarket, and just the overall steering of the G-Wagon in general, it feels so strange. But I'm assuming either the transmission has an issue, or maybe there's a sensor or something that isn't acting right, because I mean, it's driving normally except where I got that harsh downshift trying to get on the interstate. But I mean, now it's driving like I would expect it to. But if you're in the market for something like this, I think this is around $60,000, $65,000. Again, the sticker price of it was $145K, so not bad. I would just definitely make sure that all of this is fixed here. Again, it's not necessarily affecting how it drives normally. Just when you punch it, it seems to just be a bit rough. I'm gonna give it a pull here after this red light and see what it does. So yeah, it's very, very nice. The sound, just the overall feel. You're being pushed. Even in this comfort mode, you're not getting the full amount of power, but you're getting enough to pretty much smoke anybody off the line. I shouldn't say everybody because this is a 15, but you can smoke a lot of people off the line with this without getting the full output. Now, in terms of the practicality of this, it's not fuel efficient. It's not necessarily practical in terms of the space you get on the inside. But if you want something that looks cool, that you know is expensive, looks expensive, it has pretty good luxury amenities for 2015, having the adaptive cruise, the heated cooled seats, the power sunroof with the power sunshade. But if you want to take this thing off-road, that's definitely where a lot of people get these and don't use them the way they should be. These are meant to be taken off-road. That's why they have all these expensive parts, the differential locks, so on and so forth. And most of these, again, never even see that. I mean, 24-inch wheels on this thing, you're probably not going to be taking it off-road. But with some stock wheels, or if you just want to swap out swap out a set to go off-road and have these for around town, you can have the best of both worlds with this G63. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2015 Mercedes-Benz G63 wagon.